this show has some promise. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Hunters Season 1. It's an Amazon Prime show. The posters say it's executive produced by Jordan Peele. I think that's to get people's attention. And it's starring Al Pacino. Yes, Al Pacino is doing something on Amazon Prime. It's a lot to take in. So I'm trying to break it down to make it as simple as possible. The show follows three groups, essentially. You have the Hunters, the Nazis, and you have FBI agent Millie Morris. So starting with the Hunters, this kid played by Logan Lerman, his name is Jonah. Jonah is like the main protagonist in this story. He's a Jewish kid growing up in Brooklyn. It's like the 70s. And his grandmother is randomly killed in the house. He's consoled by Al Pacino's character who knew his grandmother. And he stumbles across this photograph that Pacino had of the guy who killed his grandmother. Fast forward, he uncovers Pacino's Hunters, which is a group of people who hunt Nazis in present day. Like all these Nazis came over to America and they hold different positions like within the government or just high ranking positions across, the states. And Al Pacino uses these group of characters to hunt them down. Of course, Jonah finds this and he wants in. He learns that his grandmother actually worked with Pacino in hunting these people down. His grandmother was the person gathering all the information. And you get introduced to these weird cast of characters. I think episode 2, they show everybody and like what they do. You have a master of disguise. You have like somebody from like MI6. You have another guy who's really good at combat. You have weapons experts. You just have all these different people. And they're not all Jewish. So it's like different people working to hunt down these Nazis who did, bad things to Jewish people, obviously. And the show does a good job of blending in the flashbacks of not only Jonah's grandmother, but Al Pacino's character, some of the other characters that were in the camps, and it shows like the reason why they're hunting certain people. Sometimes like one instance, one of the Nazis just like tortures someone in front of one of the hunters, and then the hunters that's the person they want to kill more than anything. So the show, as the hunters are looking for Nazis, the Nazis are doing their own thing. They have this master plan coming along. And one guy in particular you follow, I think his name is Travis. He's American, but he works with the Nazis because, he hates Jews or whatever. He wants to kill them. And you follow him around and he's the killer. He's killing everybody that the Nazis want taken out. And at one point he follows FBI agent Millie Morris. And it's just like a ring, The hunters are looking for the Nazis. The FBI is putting together pieces, realizing Nazis are there, but people are killing the Nazis. And then the Nazis are following the FBI agent. And that's how the show goes. It's 10 episodes. And it doesn't take itself too seriously all the time, because there are times in certain episodes where it'll play a promo in the middle of the episode. And it's very out of place. And, it takes you out of the moment of the episode. There are some good performances. I really did enjoy Millie Morris, the FBI agent. She was a Black woman, lesbian in the 70s. She was not getting respect at work, for being Black, for being a woman, and then being a lesbian. She was kind of hiding that and ashamed of it for herself. But she was really a strong character, in terms of trying to put her best foot forward and do the right thing as she discovered all these different crimes. She was really good at her job. And towards the latter episodes, it got really, really good. They kept showing you a lot of flashbacks, bringing the story full circle. And the way it ended, I was happy. Honestly, if you watch the first episode, the opening of the show should get you intrigued. It felt like Inglourious Bastards. If you've ever seen that movie and the opening of that, watching the opening of this, it had that same feel, and that's why I wanted to watch it, and that's why I finished it. It's again 10 episodes. They're a little bit longer than an hour, but there were good performances. Al Pacino was good because he was more quiet. You know, he wasn't yelling like he was in Irishman. He wasn't full throttle the entire time. He had moments where, you know, he raised his voice and he did it, you know, he got a little loud, but for the most part, he was a quiet older person, you know, talking to Jonah and, you know, basically grooming Jonah, you know, bringing him into the fold, into the, you know, into the hunters. But the show is solid. It's okay. You know, I would say check it out if you do have Amazon Prime. Um, and let me know what you think. Again, it's called Hunters, season one, 10 episodes. If you like it, leave a comment, favorite moments of the show. Thank you for listening. Deuces.